So, it's story time. Yesterday, I was in the house with my dog Logan. It all went down around 1 o'clock, 1:15. Um, around that time, I would usually be getting out of class. But the class that I'm taking, you really only have to show up for tests. You can do all of the homework, everything else. You can do it at home. You can do it on your laptop. You really don't have to show up to the campus to take tests. I did the whole chapter in a day, and I took the test on Tuesday. Meaning, Wednesday I just didn't have to show up. So that's exactly what I did. I didn't go. I stayed home, and Matt was home with me. Matt is my mom's boyfriend, and he decided that he wanted to go to the bank, which again is not a big deal. It's a very casual thing to do. So Matt just told me, hey, he's going out. I'm going out to the bank real quick. I'll be back soon. That's all. I mean, it's a very normal thing. He just says he's gonna go to the bank, and that's what happened. He went to the bank, and I was kind of home alone, and not even like maybe like 2 minutes after he left, two men came to my front door and started knocking on it and ringing the doorbell. And I'm not the type of person to answer the door. I don't really like talking to people that I don't know. It's just uncomfortable, and I don't like it. That's why I never open the door. So I watched them. I watched them the whole time. It's not like ooh, he's watching them. I watch everybody. If you come and ring the doorbell, I watch you the whole time. Like, I'll look through the people. You're being watched. You walk to the front of the house. I'll go to the office. You're being watched. I watch everyone. It's not like this is a specific case scenario in which I started to watch them specifically. But I don't know. I just got a very weird vibe from them, and I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, there's two guys. They just came they came to my front door. They're ringing the doorbell like a lot. I just feel very weird about it. And my mom, again, it's not the craziest thing. People come to ring your doorbell all the time and they leave. They probably want to talk to you about some crap or whatever. But my mom's like, well, did they leave? And I'm like, yeah, they left. And it's like, okay, well, just be cautious, be wary. But, I mean, just go about your day. Like, it's nothing crazy. And, so I'm like, okay, whatever, throw it off. I went back and I looked through the window again just to see if I could to see where they went, and I saw them walking back. And at that time, I'm I'm really starting to freak out on the inside. I'm like, okay, I already had a bad feeling about them the first time, and now they're coming back again. And I called my mom, and I'm telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, they're back. Like, they came back. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the two guys I told you about, like, literally not even 2 minutes ago, like, they're back. They came back. And she's like, what are they doing? And I'm like, I'm looking at the people, but they're not ringing the doorbell this time. They're just standing in front of the door. And like, it's just very odd, it's very weird. I'm like, I felt very uncomfortable. And I was in my mom's room. And talking to my mom, and I hear some noise. I hear some noise, so I go and I'm in a hiding spot to where I could see the rest of the house, but if they were to look inside, they wouldn't be able to see me. And I see them, they're out of the fence, I see them jump the fence, and at this point, they're in the backyard. And at this point, my voice is shaking. I'm thoroughly scared. Like, and that doesn't happen often, but like, I am thoroughly scared. I am terrified. And they're in the backyard. Again, I'm hiding in a spot where I can see them, but they should not be able to see me. And I see both of their bodies walk by the sliding glass door, and I'm scared to death. So my mom told me, like, she's like, call 911 now. Call 911 now. So that's exactly what I did. I called 911. I'm in my mom's room, and I'm just standing in front of her bed. And the person that picked up was like, where do you live? Where are you? What's happening? What's going on? And I'm answering all these questions, but she doesn't seem to understand me. She's like, what's your address? And I would tell her my address, and she would be like, wait, one more time? Like, it was just the worst case scenario. I'm like, oh my God, lady. At this point, I'm like, I need to move. I can't just stay here, because if they break inside the house and I'm standing here, like, I'm screwed. What happens? Like, I can't. They break in and I'm still in this house, I am screwed. So I go to my room and I grab my sword because I have a Legend of Zelda sword that I got from MegaCon. It's not like a battle ready sword or anything, but like it definitely can still cut you. It's extremely sharp, but it's just not like samurai battle ready. I grabbed it just in case, and I'm like, okay, I cannot stay here. I have to move. First thing, thank God Logan was not in the living room. If Logan was in the living room, he would have went to the sliding glass door. I started looking at them, and I would have thrown everything off. Logan was in this room, and I grabbed Logan and went into the garage. I'm hiding in the garage with Logan, and I'm still talking to these people. They're still trying to get mad. They're still trying to figure out everything. And by like 30 seconds later, they finally said, "Okay, this is your street." I'm like, "Yes, it's my street. Please come." And they said, "Okay, we sent officers out. They should be there shortly." And it was again, and they keep asking me where I am. Keep asking me where I hear more shuffling and more shuffling. I haven't heard anything break yet, but I'm in the garage and I hear more shuffling. It's loud enough to the point where I could hear it through the house. And I'm like, okay, once again, I cannot stay here. I'm in the garage, a spot that they should not go to first. Because who breaks into a house and goes to the garage first? And I'm assuming not many people, because they're trying to steal whatever goods you have in your house. So I'm in the garage. I'm like, okay, I still cannot stay here. Let's say they do break in. I don't know if they're gonna like pick a lock, if they're gonna find a way to like shake the sliding glass door open, even though it doesn't open like that, or if they're actually gonna break a window and I'm gonna hear it. I just don't know how they're gonna go about coming inside the house. All I know at this moment is that they are not in yet. So I'm like, again, I cannot stay still. I have to keep moving. If they get inside the house and for whatever reason, if they were to come to the garage, again, I'm screwed. The actual garage door will not open in time for me to get away if they open the door to the garage and they see me. Like, again, I would be screwed. So I open the garage door and me and Logan, I don't sprint, but I'm trying to walk quickly because I have to have Logan follow me. If I start running, Logan's going to go crazy. So I'm trying to walk at a quicker pace and have Logan follow me, and I have to go to my neighbor's house. I didn't go to my direct neighbors as I live in a cul-de-sac. For whatever reason, there was an instinct in me to go to my neighbor in the cul-de-sac that's all the way in the very front. I don't know why I chose them. I did. It also happens to be that they were the only neighbors home. I didn't know that at the time, but I got extremely lucky in that case. I'm knocking on the door, but as I'm walking with Logan, I didn't put a leash on him, so we're running, and as I'm walking with Logan, I hear the glass shatter, and I'm like, okay, I know they're inside the house now. And it's horrible. I don't know if I hit record. I did. And it's horrible. I'm knocking on the neighbor's door. I'm looking like a crazy mess. I'm not, like, I just threw on a shirt. I just was like, looking like complete crap. Not ready for this at all. He doesn't really recognize me, but he recognizes Logan, because Logan, being a white Siberian Husky, is a fairly iconic dog in terms of remembrance. So he notices Logan and he lets us in. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like someone's in my house. Like, someone's, like, broke into the house. And I'm like, and they're like, are you on the phone with 911? And I'm like, yes, I'm still on the phone with 911. They're still talking to me. Just kind of like, again, trying to, I guess, keep me calm, continuing to ask me where I am. I told them I'm at a neighbor's house right now. And then the police arrive. Matt, my mom's boyfriend, arrives back from the bank. He has no idea what's going on. At this point, it's only me, it's only my mom, and my neighbors, and the police. That's it. That's the only people that know right now what's happening. So he drives into the driveway. My neighbor and I, Jose, we're yelling at him, like, come over here, just follow us. Like, we're not joking. We don't have time to explain, but just don't go in the house. Come back. And he's being very reluctant he doesn't really know what's going on. But then two cops, one undercover cop and a regular marked vehicle, both pulled into my driveway. And at that point, Matt and the cops see the two men coming out of the side of the house where the door is with a bunch of my stuff. And those people drop all of it and they sprint back. They run back. They run, I guess, back over the fence and into the woods behind me. At that point, my mom had just gotten here because she ditched work to come help me in terms of whatever she can do to help me. And it's about, like, again, like maybe another minute or two passes, maybe, if that. And if you go out of my cul-de-sac, make a left, there's another cul-de-sac right there. One of the men, very easy to spot because they're wearing a red shirt with gold lettering on it. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't wear something a little less, like, identifiable. Pops out of the corner, is trying to pretend like he doesn't know what's going on. And the police are like, is that the guy? Is that the guy? And we're like, me and Matt are like, yes, that's the dude. Gotta go get the guy. Go get him. So they go and get him. And the guy is yelling the whole time, it isn't me, you got the wrong guy, I don't know what you guys are doing, what's happening. Trying to play it off like it wasn't him. And it was him because the getaway car, which didn't have a getaway driver, was parked right in front of my house. And he had the keys to the car. Not only that, but we have one of our neighbors has video cameras around their house so they can see everything in terms of evidence. So we have the footage of them doing whatever they need to do. So they arrest him, they put him in the car, and then they have a canine unit come to my house. They come and have the dog sniff everywhere, trying to see if they can try to pick up a scent. The second guy we still don't know where the second guy is as of this moment right now. Yesterday there were reports of like a suspicious activity going on with a man asking a bunch of people like how to get out of here, like where am I type of thing. We're assuming it's him because it's not that far from the house. Again, we don't know for sure. Again, they left both of their cell phones in the car, so it's not going to be that hard to track the other one that got away. It's really not. But in terms of what they were trying to take, they were trying to take a bunch of my shoes. They were trying to take a bunch of my video games, all of my controllers, any electronics that we have in the house. They were trying to take. They didn't even bring their own things to steal with. They used my own book bag to start stealing my stuff. They went through all of the rooms. All the drawers were pulled out. The window in the backyard was shattered. Glass everywhere. Luckily, I was able to get out before they got in, because if they got in the house and I was still in the house, I have no idea how everything would have went down. But in terms of being in the house while they were trying to break in, that was really something that shook me up for a little bit. I'm totally fine now. Like, the second I saw the police officers, I felt so much better. Like, I could start making jokes about what's happening because I saw the cops. It gave me a level of comfort. But I'm fine. Matt's fine. Had I not been at home and Matt would have walked into that situation blindly, he would have walked into two dudes stealing all of our stuff, and I'm not sure how that would have went down. It probably would have went down a lot worse than what we ended up getting away with in terms of our safety. But it was crazy. That's what it was. That's all it was. It was crazy. I'm glad I was able to work under pressure. I know a lot of people, when put into a situation like that, there is a tendency to freeze up and like just go into hiding and just hope for the best. But I was able to stay functional and start thinking like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this? What do I get? And in the end, we're all fine. Worst thing that happened was we have a broken window, which is fixed already. It's already out. It's fixed. But yeah, it could have been a lot worse. It wasn't that bad, but it's not ever something that we ever really want to go through, obviously. But yeah, my neighbors were extremely helpful. They were very kind. The police officers were also very kind. I know they always get bad raps because of police brutality and all that stuff. But these officers were extremely helpful. They were extremely polite, very nice. They didn't do anything out of the ordinary in terms of what they're supposed to do. So not all cops are bad. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. And if it does, hopefully, I don't really want to say hopefully no one's at home when they do it because I want the dog to be safe. But yeah, that's the story. I don't believe I left anything out. If I did, I'll find a way to edit it in. There you go. So as I was filming that video, I have no idea how this happened because this light bulb has been in this spot since the day I got this lamp. But like, it must have gotten too hot and the freaking thing started melting. And I started smelling like smoke. What's going on in this household?